We're going to do both the questions that we have. Um, so Eric will do the first one. Um, second one.
Whatever you want.
So, Eric,
Not one. There's not one. I got it on. Leave run muted. And everyone on Zoom hear us? Can we just get a thumbs up from anybody on Zoom? Where's the co-host?
You're one of the co-hosts. Does it say your name?
Yeah, it says license chair unmuted.
Yeah, that's this one. Testing. And the audio thing is going up. That just means people aren't listening to you. Can folks hear us online? If you can, we would appreciate if someone could. Yep, I see a thumbs up. Great, thank you.
Excellent. So at 6:37 on this Wednesday, January 14th, I'm calling this meeting to order. My name is Isidro Medina. I'm the chair of this Community Board License Committee. Long time that I have not seen you guys, committee members. I hope you had a really amazing 2025, and the 2026 will be a lot better. I'm really proud of the work that we have done as a community, as a committee. Proud also because some of our members have moved up. Leo, as you all know, Leo Jimenez is now the first vice chair of the community board, and he came out of this committee. Mostly important, our dearest Anthony Viola is now the current chair for CB12. So really proud of the work that you have done, and thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Cedric.
That leads begs the question that perhaps one of you can soon become also either first vice chair, or in 3 years, right, Anthony? Chair.
That's right.
So welcome on board. This is a committee that is, I would say, the hardest working committee that we have on CB12. We produce for members of SLA anywhere from a minimum of 10 resolutions to at times even 50 resolutions, which is quite a lot. And for me, as a member of the community that has been here for many, many years, I can attest to both David Stoller and also my dear friend that I know for a while now, Juan Herrera. We worked together to make sure that we are in great communication. Also grateful that through your assistance, we brought Commissioner Lily Fan to Uptown. And it was great engagement because we as a community, we work really hard to make sure that not only we support our small businesses, but we're also part of the solution. And oftentimes we have operators that are in full compliance with all the codes of the SLA. Oftentimes we have one or two bad operators. And as such, we know the community really well. The way that as a community, the way that we function is that we bring everyone. We bring PD, residents, and of course the committee members also. They are like a really integral part on how we arrive. Either we object or we recommend the SLA to approve or not. And that is based on a collection of data that is given to us. But that data mostly is about the knowledge that we have our community. We go out, we check, we inspect, and not that we want to be a thorn on anyone's operating businesses, but we just care. We care because every time that we have a business opening, some of the requirements that we have as community board is that they have to hire local. And we ask, what is the benefit this will bring to the community? And when you think that one single operator that comes and opens up a bar here, a restaurant, that they will hire 20 employees, that's a direct impact that they will have on the community. And it's not only on the employees that they hired, but it's a domino effect. When as a community, when we go out, we tend to dress nicely, right? We go to the barber shop, the hair salon, and all of that. So it's a domino effect on our economy. And for that reason, we are very supportive of how we work with our businesses, but we also want to make sure that we work collectively with the SLA to make sure that our businesses comply with the rules and regulations. As you know, we wanted to hear from you. There are some updates on the law. There are some legislations that perhaps are in the process of perhaps changing And we would like for you to tell us more or less what we can expect on the new regulations that are out there, but something perhaps on how we can help out on issues that as a community we can ask our elected officials on how they can become more of an advocate to things that can be productive to our community. But before I start, I'd like to have the committee members to introduce themselves, starting with my extreme left.
Hello, my name is Noemi. I'm part of the community board here with licensing. I also co-chair with traffic and transportation and most likely soon to be in youth and education. So I've been hopping around throughout the community board for the last 2 years or so, just learning through the process, and I'm excited and always learning the most at licensing. So I appreciate this from me. So each and every one of you, I've learned so much.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Melissa Driscoll Sims, and I'm a new community board member. I'm also a member of the Land Use Committee, and I'm an Inwood resident. And I think what Isidro said is true so far. From what I've seen from sitting in on other meetings, I think licensing is the hardest working. So I'm happy to be on this one.
Thank you so much. We also have a new vice chair to my right. We have Hector Bonilla, who is a very proactive member of our board and someone that is up and coming. And I'm really grateful for the roles that you have played and how aggressive you want to be on this board. So really grateful.
Thank you, Secretary Isidro. How's it going, everyone? My name is Hector Bonilla. This is my third year serving on the community board. I serve on the licensing committee, youth and education for now, as well as the cannabis task force, in which I feel that I advocate well for my community, which is the whole reason why I'm going here. And thank you. Very warm words. And I'll pass it over to the chair of the board.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anthony Viola. I am the chairperson of Community Board 12, starting January 1st of this year. Prior to that, I was the first vice chairperson of the board. Prior to that, I was its secretary. So slowly making my way through all the various positions, and very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anthony. Thank you for your leadership. So FYI, the way that how we proceed as a committee, we invite all of the applicants bid for corporate changes, renewals, change to method operation, new licenses, and so on. And what we do is that we invite all of our representatives, owners to come, and we have a list of requirements that they must bring, which is a copy of the public notice in both languages, because we want to make sure that the community is informed on all the positive things that are going to come. And we want to have an input from the community. We also ask them to fill out a questionnaire, also provide a copy of the license to make sure that the license is active. Once we gather the documents, they're going to come and tell us what it is that they want. The committee can ask questions. PV will have an input about if there are any specific issues going on with a particular license. The residents will also have a session where they can ask questions, bring up concerns, and then the committee is going to discuss that particular item one at a time to see if there are any issues, if they know the operator, positive or negative comments, and based on that, we take a vote. And then that's how we recommend to SLA whether or not the community approves or objects. But first, I know that we want to ask you some questions, but we're going to rotate the questions. And since Hector was the one that made the first contact, I will have no one better than for you to ask the first question.
Wonderful, of course. And I also just want to provide some time for them to just introduce themselves before I inside some questions.
I'm David Stoller. I'm the regional director for Zone 1. The SLA Zone 1 is New York City, Long Island, and Westchester. We have about 60,000 licensees, and across the state, 30,000 of them are in Zone 1, and about 450 are in this community. So it's quite a bit in this community. So I'm happy to be here and looking forward to talking tonight.
Excellent.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Juan Herrera. I'm the licensing exam 4 and supervise the entire licensing unit. Right now we have probably 12 examiners and we make miracles every day. There's a lot of work and a lot of behind the scenes stuff that people don't see, but again, my pleasure to be here. We look forward to obviously working with you guys on, more of a one-on-one basis so we can both get to the common goal. Good responsible licenses, which is what we really do.
Excellent. On that note, let's proceed to the first question.
Wonderful. So the first question I initially had, when I was thinking about this conversation is, how does the SLA think of enforcement and policy changes when a new administration comes along? Because I know I volunteered with NYPD as an auxiliary officer, so I had the pleasure of doing Bison the Cover and sort of working for some march operations. And it was very different under, let's say, de Blasio versus under Eric Adams. And how do you think that may change for the next administration, if any?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we're a state agency, so the local politics is not something that we are getting involved in any kind of way. So, as a starting point, the administration change is not necessarily going to affect the way we go about our business every day. What it can affect is how the police go about their business every day. And in fact, it can affect it quite a bit. As you're saying, there was a big shift, post de Blasio and going to Adams. And I think that really, does affect enforcement in the way that we have access to enforcement. I believe there's NYPD is on the Zoom, and when we shift from a cure operation to a march operation to the Q teams that we have now, it changes the way the police interact with the SLA, as far as what the information they're sharing with us, and how active they're going to be, and can shift quite a bit during administration. So that's the only place that really affects us is information sharing and things like that. And we're always happy to collaborate with the NYPD, and it's just a question of how what their priorities are and how they're planning on enforcement.
Well, thank you. Melissa, followed by Isidro and Anthony.
Perfect. So this second question deals with complaint process and enforcement timeline. And it's when a community board submits a complaint, for example, a noise, disorderly conduct, underage sales, after hours activities. What are the typical steps, timelines, and types of evidence that most effectively move a case forward?
First of all, it's really important to know we don't get police complaints. We don't get 311 complaints. They do not come to us. The only way that we're going to get a complaint is if you go to complaints, it's slacomplaints.ny.gov, slacomplaints.ny.gov. That is how we get our complaints, either that or by calling. And we're really a complaint-based organization. We have, 20 full-time investigators across the whole state, and that's again for 60,000 licensees. We're a very small organization, so we really go where, and if there are current or future licensees here, the point is to avoid complaints, because that's where we go. There's complaint, that's what we're following up on. And usually, good complaint is one that is specific, time, place, what's going on, what day of the week it is, very as specific and actionable as possible. So a general complaint, there's always noise here. That's not gonna work as well as saying there's noise here at 12:30 on this Saturday night, March 12th or whatever it is. So very specific complaints like that are the ones that get the most traction. The other is, we need multiple complaints really to move on something, so we want to be hearing as often as possible from people, about a location that's problematic. It's really a case of the squeaky wheel getting the grease, so if people are complaining about a place quite a bit, that's gonna move us there quite a bit faster. And if it's just one same person every time, it might not get the same reaction. So we're looking for different complaints coming from different sources. And then, and I think this also has to do with the next question that you guys have. Our investigators get out there pretty quickly. They move pretty fast once there is an actionable complaint. It can take a while for our legal team to get involved in the process. I think can be frustrating for people. It can take quite some time for it to get, because with a licensee, the licensees are our licensees. We've given the privilege to, and who we then, once they're sort of within the fold, we give them full due process. So if there's a complaint, we really are giving them the opportunity to do better and to fix that complaint. So unless it is something that demands like sudden action, and that is, the two things that we respond to most quickly are sales to minor, or anything involving violence. Like those two things, obviously, you're going to see a response, a big response right away. But for noise complaints, for disorderly premises, things like that, it can take a little bit of time because we're really giving the complainant, I think, an opportunity to fix, to know that there's a problem and to fix that problem before we get our legal team involved. So usually we'll start out by letting them know that there have been complaints and that we're interested in what's going on, that complaints are coming in. Usually we send a letter of advice first, which is just saying, hey, look, there's some concern here. We're getting multiple complaints. There might be a problem. We want you to fix this problem before anything else happens. So that's in the first batch of complaints. If things continue, we will then escalate that to, counsel's office will start with fines, and those fines start low and they increase with each time. And then eventually, and you don't see it very often, but eventually, obviously, a place can lose their license. And that happens a lot more with, bigger problems. A lot of people want us to shut places down quickly, but it's not the way we work really. Noise complaints we're not going to shut down a place because of noise. We're going to ask them to fix the problem. And that can be very frustrating, especially if you live, near a place that is making a lot of noise. But it can take if it's a serious issue, again, violence or multiple sales to minor, that can take as little as a month for us to address, or even faster if it's something like there's been violence at a place, that we'll turn it around very quickly. Other things can take quite a bit longer. We're talking more in the 6 months to, it can be a year or so before they go before our full board. So yeah.
So I noticed that you have different tools.
Yeah.
To address the different matters. And as a community board, when we write resolutions, if there is a grave concern, we're going to list those concerns. Let's say sell to minor. We're going to put that in the resolution. Will that be something that the SLA will consider once you receive our resolutions? Or it has to be from perhaps a PD that you get those complaints, or someone who listed those complaints at the SLA.
Yeah, no, the community board input is amongst the most important input that we get for sure. So, when there's something in a resolution for a new applicant, this is especially with new applicants. So, when we are seeing things, this is where stipulations come in, and those are community board based. So that's really where, we take community board input incredibly seriously, and for new applicants especially. And stipulations are really the community's power. That's where things get set up in this is how you define how you want your community to be, is through these stipulations, like as far as music and opening hours and things like that. That's really sort of where the action is, I would say, is in those stipulations.
Excellent. So we have a little bit the sequence because we have members, but the order will be Anthony, Naomi, followed by Melissa, and then myself. Anthony.
So we have quite a number of operators in this district that have multiple establishments. I think when it comes to that, how does the SLA identify repeat offenders, and particularly those that have and are operating multiple establishments? And I guess in addition to that, what factors trigger heightened scrutiny during renewals, alterations, and transfers?
So actually, when a new applicant comes in, obviously you have a database, you know the operators, and obviously who has multiple licenses and who doesn't. So what's the application? And we know that the operator at another location is either partner with or wants to open a location. If there is negative history, there's an advisory that's on our website, SLA.gov, and that advisory basically gives us the power to send the applicants to the full board. So our full board is made up of our chairperson and two commissioners, and this basically like and basically they would have to present the case before the members, and all their history will be presented before the members, including cancellations, revocations, or if they just have extensive history with a lot of penalties. Now, as far as the second part, which is the rules, are basically a separate track because they're already licensed. So obviously it's a little bit more difficult to get someone that has already been licensed to not get renewed now. Yeah, there's extensive history and there's really opposition. There will be renewed, and if there is obviously a American, we will send that particular applicant for a petition of review. But it's usually not going to be such because when it comes to renewals, it's basically the authority's policy that once you're licensed, you really should lose your license via a disciplinary matter, not getting a renewal. Right? Now, now a corporate change is different because a corporate change, you're adding an individual or individuals to an existing corporation. So if any of the new individuals have any negative history, obviously the applicant can go before the members as well. In order for us to be able to verify that the applicant or the new income principal is obviously going to shape up, because if they have enough history, it doesn't make sense for us to issue a license because, or not even issue a license, to add them to that license, because again, is this operator gonna continue their same bad behavior at a new location? Now, there is unfortunately a way that the corporate change can be done that doesn't come up to the community boards, is if it's an 80%, it's actually less than 80% change in state, or if there's not a change in directors, principals, officers, president, VP, and secretary. So, you know, obviously there is, and that's actually in our application. It shows it clearly in our change. So it's, you know, fortunately there are ways that we could obviously prevent someone to get licensed, but there's other ways that we really can't unless it was this. So it's almost, think of it almost like two tracks. It's way easier when someone's a brand new applicant than when someone's already licensed.
Yes. Excellent.
Yeah, I think it's important to note with renewals, what Juan is saying is really true. Renewals is, there's not a lot of action there. The action is in complaints to enforcement. So that's really where you're gonna see the most kind of movement, not through the renewal process.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I actually do have one thing. If you had mentioned, I don't know, our phone number, if you did want to speak to our enforcement unit, is 518-474-3114, and it's option 2. So 518-474-3114, option 2, to speak to someone in enforcement, and obviously they will assist as well. If you have questions, or you just like to, you know, kind of follow with an iPhone person.
Excellent. Naomi, followed by Melissa.
So the question goes, how does the SLA address situations where licensees fail to properly notify the community board for renewals, for corporate change, or alterations, and what enforcement mechanisms exist for non-compliance?
That's like that's a okay, so. Again, for the renewals, there is a policy that they must file their renewal within 30 days. Obviously, so if they don't do that, usually what would happen is you hold the application to the 30-day or whatever the penalty is. And then they will be obviously delayed for you said for corporate changes. For corporate changes, that one would have to be, again, the 30-day rule. If they fail to notify for a change of 80% more, then we will be denying the application based on because there is a law that is pretty much set. So it's 30 days for notification, and it will be done via email. I have, and obviously, service. What was your other one?
So it was the corporate change, alterations.
Alteration. So for the alteration, there's two types. A minor alteration is when you're doing pretty much some basic declaration of moving something around. But a major alteration is if you're adding another space to your location, or if you're adding an additional bar. That one is considered a major alteration. It's only $10,000. So for that, the applicant or the licensee must notify the computer. And again, depending on what type of alteration it is, it might go for the members of the account. Another thing that's very important to know is that liquor stores or wine stores, which are considered package stores, they are exempt. They do not have to really work as they are off premises. And obviously, closures.
Excellent, Melissa.
Go back to the other one, or are you okay with, we skipped over one, I'll keep going forward. Is there a preferred liaison structure escalation pathway for Community Board 12 to communicate concerns, track open cases, and receive consistent updates from the SLA? Do you?
That's me. I'm gonna make sure everyone has my contact info by the end of this meeting, but whatever it is, if it's complaints, if you're interested in knowing about a location, its past history, whatever it is, I'm the person to contact for sure. And I'm very, very quick over an email. My phone, for some reason, I never hear it. But if there's a message, I always will call you right back. For sure.
So we are a community that oftentimes lack resources, and those resources can often be information. Lack to access to information, and we were wondering what type of resources would the agency would have that can share not only with the community board but also with our local stakeholders. If you're so kind, please let us know what kind of resources you have.
Okay, absolutely. Well, go ahead. Okay, so obviously they've got some great material, but our website is really really detailed database for the general public because there's a lot of Q&A. It's even videos that show, for example, if someone wants to fill out an application, what kind of application, or depending on what they propose to do, the website has all the forms. It also has all our contact information. And I think another thing that's very important is that we also have a mini guide for licensees that's actually in the digital form. And all of that stuff is on our website, sla.ny.gov.
Some time ago, we used to have a small green booklet.
Yeah.
That's the one. Has it been updated?
Yeah, it's been updated some. I know that we're in the process of updating some of it as well, but the majority of the stuff that's there is pretty much going to be the standard. Obviously, there's been, some changes, like for example, not a recent change, but for example, our temporary permits, issued temporary permit is now 180 days as compared to 90 days before.
Got it.
So that's a change. Obviously, there was also a recent legislation that the operators of an on-premises are able to now purchase alcohol, like in an emergency situation, from a liquor store. Granted, it's not unlimited, obviously, but I believe the total is. I could definitely They'll feed them.
Six
every-
bottles per week.
Yeah, exactly, right, 6 bottles, and then obviously they must keep receipts because we wanna make sure, of course, that they're not abusing. So, there's a couple of changes there.
That's a great break, because oftentimes we have venues that would need to have access to purchase alcohol, and it's not immediately accessible in terms of distance or timing. So it's a great change that is coming to SLA.
Right, and that's really important to help out, more, I guess, on the smaller side, because sometimes due to the size of the operation, maybe they don't, kind of foresee, oh, we're gonna go through all our bottles, and all of a sudden you have a big party. And now you're like, oh, we don't have any, so now that's the thing, but again, it is limited, it's only 6, so it's not like we expect someone to go and buy cases at their.
It's illegal for stores to share alcohol, like to get like boxes from one place to another.
No, the only way that you would do that is if you do a liquidator permit, which basically allows the licensee to liquidate to another licensee. And that is generally done when you have either a business shutting down, or if you have a transfer from maybe let's say someone that has multiple licenses. To get rid of this image or this is not. But that has to be done through a liquidator's permit. Now, one thing for that is that in order for the liquidator permit to be processed, if the seller is on what we call the COD list, cash on delivery, that means they have not paid their bill to the wholesaler. The wholesaler is to input that information into our database, and we will not allow it. So again, how we're gonna let someone is maybe not paying their wholesalers on time to then be able to, kind of profit it.
Yeah,
And do something. And that's again on our website as well. COD, that's what it's called.
If it's okay with you, Isidro, I know the last question, Noemi, she posed it, so if it's okay, you're more than welcome to ask the question regarding like the education. It's the very last question.
Oh, yes. I mean, do you have any other questions?
No, that's the last question, so we're using the access, so.
Yeah.
Of course.
Does the SLA encourage and facilitate partnerships between licensees and local schools, youth organization, community groups, and support alcohol misuse preventions, particularly for young adults in our community?
I mean, so our mission, it's not part of our mission, just to be clear. Our mission is to regulate and to enforce and to promote. So it's sort of at odds a little bit with that. That said, we do a lot of community outreach like this. We work with CUNY School of Public Health with what they're doing. Union College, we just did something with, and also the state's Department of Mental Health and Hygiene quite a bit. So we work with them in their sort of to support them in their outreach and their research to for prevention of misuse and abuse.
Thank you.
Anthony.
So I wanted to ask, and I think it was alluded to, the recent rules that came out. One of them is regarding licensing of adult recreation centers like an axe throwing facility.
Actually, so all of them. So
Yeah, I know, I can see a lot going on. But to that end, there's, perhaps interest in this district for
But
business.
I just wanna make sure that there is obviously some guidance, that we do definitely make sure that areas in general are separated, like you just don't want, that's your table. You see, they're just gonna get up and just start.
Oh, sure.
It should be drinking here, now you're gonna go there,
right.
Great.
and start getting.
Glad there are guidelines.
Yeah.
Are those operators going to be required to come before community boards?
100%, just like.
Great.
Yeah, so now, what we hope for is that when you do see something like that, just, it's pretty much your opportunity to ask them as many questions you have, especially for their security plan, because that is something that obviously we notice that unfortunately, a lot of times the security plan is not really discussed. So when you look at a place, you're just kind of looking like, okay, where's the bar? Where's the kitchen? That's it. No, you're able to, obviously ask questions regarding any proposed. We actually have rec rooms that are also in front of our license premises. You basically grab a bat, we grab something and just go crazy. Yeah, but It has to be separated, you know, it has to be eating and drinking in this area, and then you have the regular moving inside.
And I think there's already like a precedent. I've noted that there are some billiard places that do have the license. And you know, you have cue sticks, balls that could be weaponized. But at least up here, we don't have issues those far with those type of licenses. So I guess it'll be something new, creative. I know that some of our local salons are trying to get like wine licenses. That's something that is up and coming up here. And oftentimes there are requests to have even places designated for animals, like dogs. That's a completely like different ballgame because it involves the health department. But even then, you know, they do have to have specific restrictions and areas where those are going to be executed.
Now, when,
No, go ahead.
yeah, okay. So now speaking about, obviously you guys could definitely be proactive about that, because if you guys are not comfortable with a location like that, you could always ask for them to make sure that they're giving you proof or verification that they in fact do have the health rules. Because again, we're not the health department, we're not the DOB either. But obviously, we do trust that our applicants, soon to be licensees, do have all their necessary documentation, but we don't count it. So that could be something that if the community board feels comfortable, maybe making a blanket stipulation or condition on your, like, you know, favorable recommendation. That's definitely up to you guys. Like, that will be in the scope of the order.
Yeah, and on that note, we also have requests for outside dining. We have a couple of them here, right?
Yeah.
And as a community board, we have stipulated specific hours. But even though the sidewalks might not be under the purview of the SLA because it is under the umbrella of DOT, we will write a recommendation for the merchant, ask that, you know, you can serve alcohol until X, Y, and Z hours.
Yes.
And that'll be sent over to a copy of the SLA and also the DOT. So we have those type of things already in place.
So those, right, so in our program, those were considered the municipal vaults. And so, you know, that was a big program that started last year, and obviously it's about to go back into full year again. But yeah, it's basically the same thing. We have a special application process just for those, for any location that's even currently licensed that is going to participate in that program. If it's a new application, usually some of the licensees are already proactive and they already have their license from the DOT. So that's a little bit different. An alteration would be for an existing location that's now adding it compared to someone that's starting brand new and is already done with that outside space. So it's a little bit of depending the situation.
Excellent. Excellent.
And regarding my question, I know to stay up to date with a lot of information with the SLA, you just go online and just go to the news and just type in SLA. And I know in your press section, there's usually articles that are submitted every 3 months or so. Is there any newsletters or any ways that, you know, members of the community could stay up to date with things that are happening with SLA, whether that looks like a newsletter or like email thread that you guys submit or something like that, maybe.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's on one podcast.
great.
Right.
Liquor.
Right.
No, we don't really have any outreach like that exactly.
Do you produce like any white papers? anything like that?
We produce advisories, and those are all on our website.
Okay.
Because our press secretary is located in Albany. That is something that we can follow up with him. And actually,
Well, we do have, I guess it's not called Twitter anymore, but we do have an X account and Facebook account where we post.
Okay.
One question that I have, oftentimes, the way the process works out, when we have one establishment, let's say that is very problematic, we'll have to until they come back, if they come back, to renew the license. Oftentimes we have neighbors that complain a lot, but we have to wait until that particular operator comes to renew the license, and they don't have to come. Sometimes the residents move or they forget. So in that interim of time, is it possible a community board can write a concern directly to the SLA?
yes,
Is specifically about one operator, because we have such a problem right now where the committee somehow didn't approve the license, but ultimately the SLA provided the license. And our fear actually came out true. The location is not that great. The operator has been worse. And I can perhaps recollect and remember all of the issues. But if we do have a change, let's say in leadership internally, they might not remember. And the community will be at loss. So is there like a way for community board to officially complain about specific establishment?
Yeah, I mean, the complaint process is, can be from the community board as well as anybody. And can definitely, write down your recollections or what the problems that you're seeing. And email it to me, and I'll make sure that the enforcement sees it, for sure.
Excellent. Should we open up the floor to perhaps maybe some of the owners or representatives that we have here to see if any questions or anyone online? We're gonna open the floor now. If there are no questions, David and Juan, we're very grateful for your presence. We work as a community, and I'm glad that you made yourself available to invest your time in something that we believe is a strong significance for survival of small businesses. And we really respect the time that you have taken to come here, and we're really grateful. So thank you for coming.
My contact info is on that first page, my telephone number and my email address. Please reach out to me with any concerns, anything you need.
Excellent. Likewise, whatever we can assist with SLA, feel free also to reach out. And definitely have regards to the chair, Lily Fan.
Yeah,
All right, thank you so much. Please.
So what is very, very helpful is once you guys have your resolution completed, is that you email it to the ABC community inbox to make sure that it's being received both you can have a summary or recap, or each application individually will be very helpful as well. So if you could do it I'm assuming you guys meet every month.
Month, yeah.
Then if you could do that, it would be very helpful, because what happens is that any complaints that are received go to a database. So when the examiner gets to review that application, they will know that there's a community board, either complaint or stipulations or some kind of problem.
What is this thing again? The ABC one?
You can just do community at,
Yeah.
community at sla.ny.gov.
Okay.
Which we will start sending our resolutions. That's too. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, and if you can separate them, it just makes it
Yeah.
easier, because
Oh,
when
we
you
will.
put them all together, sometimes they can get lost, because you have obviously.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you, everyone.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Very grateful.
I'm sorry. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's like. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Here for executive meeting. And again, if you need, you have my contact details. Yes. Thank you. Or please reach out.
Chair, I think in terms of implementing some of this, certainly should begin a process of sending notes off cycle.
Yeah.
The other thing that we should consider doing, it sounds like other community boards do it, is hearings, attending hearings. Apparently other community boards do send representatives to hearings when we want to object to a very particular case.
Great point.
So we should start doing that. I'm happy to attend. You can attend, whoever wants to attend from the committee or from the board's
Where are those
leadership.
held?
Oh, 125th.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I didn't know it was
They
Albany.
live stream that.
No, it's definitely in New York City. I just didn't know where exactly.
It's always 25th,
Yeah.
and they usually live stream it, so you can actually see an applicant going before the committee.
So like
For-
Adam Tate Power Junior building.
Yeah.
The photo building there. Yeah, that's great. It's something that we should do. It's
Yeah, we
great.
could talk offline for sure.
That was amazing.
That's
A
great.
lot of information, right?
Yeah.
So let's proceed with the agenda. I'd like to know who's going to take on the task of reading the minutes.
Oh, great.
Okay, so Hector, our newly appointed vice chair, will do the minutes.
Yeah.
That's great. I wanted to add something I completely forgot, but it'll come back. So on that note, let's proceed with the agenda as is. And if you're so kind, please recall.
Yes, so this,
I just remember what I had to do. We had to do PD.
yes.
Do we have a presence of 34 and 33rd precinct in the house? And if so, please introduce yourself. I see that we have Christian. Christian, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, or you know, I'm Officer Roman. I'm the assistant to the Special Ops Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Roman.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we could, for what
Yeah, all right.
command?
No, I'm Officer Roman. I'm the assistant to the Special Ops Assistant. The
For what
CO
command?
has another meeting he's getting ready for right now.
Of course, Roman, what command?
3-3.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome on board. Do we have someone from the 34 precinct?
Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. This is Officer Peralta from the 34 Precinct Community Affairs.
Officer Peralta, welcome on board. So the vice chair will now call the roll.
1 second. There's wonderful. So shall we begin?
Yes, please.
Top to bottom. How's it going, everyone? This is for renewal on-premise liquor licenses. The first applicant we have is Kiara Food Inc., DBA Manolo Tapas, which is encompassing 4165, 4167, 4169 Broadway. Do we have a representative? Either in person or online?
This is within the jurisdiction of 33rd precinct. Officer Roman, what is the opinion of 33rd precinct? Lieutenant Roman, what is the opinion of 33rd precinct in reference to this about the agenda item, which is Kiara Food Inc., DBA Manolo Tapas?
Sorry, you hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we have no objections to it.
So no objection from the 34th precinct. I can say that this is a really nice establishment, been there many, many times. I know the owner very well, extremely supportive of our community. I don't see any residents coming in with questions or concerns. Committee members, do you have any questions, issues? If not, I recommend to go to a straight vote. On that note, let's go to a straight vote.
So we will start in order with the chair, followed by
Vice Chair,
vice chair.
then
and
I think it's Noemi,
it's
Melissa.
That should be
I'm
last.
sorry.
oh last.
I should be very last. It's the chair of the board. I should be last of all the voting ones.
It's Noemi, Melissa. And Melissa.
No, it's about you.
Okay. So for this premise, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Myself, I vote yes. Noemi,
Yes.
Melissa,
Yes.
Chair.
Yes.
So that is 5 yeses, no negatives and no abstentions.
So this application passes. I know that Manolo would not be surprised if we voted on this particular agenda items. Great person. So this agenda item passes. Let's proceed now to the next one.
The next premise will be Caramba Corp., which is on 1051 St. Nicholas Avenue between 162nd Street and West 163rd Street. Do we have a representative in person or online?
Yes, hi, good evening, members of the Community Board 12. This is Nicole Tejada speaking.
Awesome.
Representing Caramba Corp. tonight.
Hi, Nicole. Welcome on board.
Hello.
For the purpose of the members and PD, this is a renewal of the license of Caramba Corp. They did submit a complete application. There was no objection the last time they came on board, and that's dating back to Feb 27, 2024. This is under the jurisdiction of 33rd precinct. Officer Roman, what is the opinion of 33rd precinct?
No, they're actually really good. There's no objections. We've worked with them before. They've worked with us, so we have no issues with it.
33rd is indicating there's no objection, and also will be part of the minutes that were indicated that this is a great establishment that will be part of the resolution. On that note, do we have any questions from committee members? Seeing none, let's proceed to a vote.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Noemi, how do you vote?
Yes.
Yes. Melissa, how do you vote?
Yes.
Yes. And Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
So that is 5 in support of this establishment, 0 abstentions, and 0 in opposition.
Excellent.
Motion passes.
So Nicole, congratulations. This is a vote to approve the renewal. I'm sure you've been doing an amazing job, so please continue doing that. You have a good night.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you. So now we move to the next agenda item.
Which will be number 3, Utopia Kitchen Lounge LLC Icon, New York, which is 238A Sherman Avenue between West 207th Street and Sherman Avenue. And I believe the representative is on Zoom. Just for the
Yeah.
minutes, can you just introduce yourself, your
How are you?
title?
My name's Alex Rodriguez. I'm the owner, and I would like to respectfully withdraw my application.
Okay.
And for the purpose of the minutes, you are the owner, correct, Alex?
Yes.
So we have Alex Rodriguez in the house. Welcome on board. So this application has been withdrawn, and I think that some of the documents were not submitted, so they're looking forward to meet with us next month. On that particular agenda item, this has been withdrawn. Thank you so much, Alex. You have a good night.
Thank you.
Alex. Application withdrawn. The next location premise would be Holocaust Corp. DBA Junior's Taco, 253rd. 253/257 Sherman Avenue at the corner of Isham Street. Do we have a representative in person or online?
Yes, how you doing, guys? Good evening. Happy New Year to all, and welcome to 2026. Miguel Acosta, representing Hayacas Corp., doing business as Junior's Tacos, located at 253 Sherman Avenue.
Excellent. So this is a request to renew the license. This applicant has submitted all the required documents. The last time that this taken this community board, there was no objection, and that's dating back to December 19th, 2023. I have I haven't been to this place, so I cannot say one thing or another. I do notice that the application has been submitted because the license is going to expire early next month. Have you received the certificate, Miguel?
No, not yet. The application was just sent out, so we should be getting it before it expires due to the fact that SLA is now emailing them the certificates. So everything should be fine. The applicant has been in business for 12 years. Believe had an issue before with one sale to minor about 10 years ago, but it's been in full compliance. It's asset to the community.
Excellent. So I'm sure you heard everything about what the reps from the SLA were saying about selling to minors.
Yes, correct.
Excellent. So this is under the purview of 34 precinct. Officer Peralta, what is the opinion of the precinct regarding this renewal request?
No objections. We haven't had any issues with them.
So no objection by the 34 precinct. Do we have any residents? Saying no, I'm going to open the floor now to committee members. Committee members, do you have any questions? Saying no, let's proceed to our direct vote.
It's wonderful. Going to the vote. So, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Noemi, how do you vote?
Same.
Noemi abstained. Melissa, how do you vote?
Yes.
Melissa votes yes. Chair Anthony, how do you vote?
Abstain.
Sorry, Anthony.
Abstain.
Okay. Abstain. So that is 3 in support of the establishment and 2 abstentions.
All right, very well. With that vote, this application passes. So congratulations, Miguel.
Thank you
I'm
very
sure
much.
you probably have another application.
Yes, I'll stick around for number 8.
Excellent. So
Thank
see
you.
you then.
Talk to you.
So now let's proceed to the next one.
Wonderful. We will be proceeding to the last renewal on-premise liquor license, which will be Malecon Restaurant Corp. DBA Malecon Restaurant, located at 4141 Broadway at the corner of 175th Street. Do we have a representative in person or
Yes.
online?
Hi, my name is Victor Lee. I'm the general manager.
I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Victor Lee.
Victor Lee, okay.
We actually received our liquor license last week, so.
Excellent. And Victor, you also the owner,
General manager,
general manager.
Russia that's been there for over 39 years, been a pillar in the community.
I know. It's a great establishment. So I'm happy that you received the permit because I see that your license is about to expire. So I'm glad that you got that taken care of. Just let the committee members know that this is a complete application. The last time this community report, that was back in November 28th, 2017. We have not seen in a long time.
Yeah, so I was.
It's great that when you are due for renewal, that you let the community board know that you like to have the full community board, because you don't want to establish a pattern where this can become a problem. We highly recommend that you come every
Ahí me
3
meto.
years, just
2
in
minutos.
case the
Hago con papel.
residents will have a problem.
No, al carro está en la esquina.
Yeah.
Hago con papel.
I'm just going to excuse me. If there are issues from residents and you're not here, you're not going to be able to defend yourself. And I'm not saying that this is the case now, but it's highly encouraged that you come and address any matter that can come before and maybe have a negative impact on your business. But welcome back.
Thank you.
This is the Prairie 33rd precinct. Lieutenant Roman, what is the opinion on the renewal for El Malecón restaurant?
There's no objections to it.
So there's no objection from the 33rd precinct. I know that you've been there for a long time. I like the food. I like the prices. Prices are really affordable, and also service is really good. Committee members, any questions? Seeing none, let's proceed to a vote.
Wonderful. Proceeding to the vote, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Noemi, how do you vote?
Yes.
Noemi, yes. Melissa, how do you vote?
Yes.
Melissa, yes. Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony votes yes. That's 5 votes in favor of this application.
Excellent. So Victor, congratulations. Keep doing the great job that you're doing there. And also the staff is amazing. Every time that I go there, I have an amazing time. So thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
Very well. On that note, now we move to a different part of the agenda. And
Corporate
for
changes.
corporate change. Please proceed.
We have a corporate change for Casa Latina Restaurant NYC LLC DBA as Sophia Bar and Grill located at 1455 St. Nicholas Avenue at the corner of 183rd Street. I believe that's Adam Powell as a representative.
Do we have Adam in the house?
I know they came.
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Very well.
For the change regarding from 2 to 4 and
Right.
they kicked it out.
Yeah, this is a request to do a corporate change. This is a complete application. The last time that this applicant came, stated here, the last resolution that we have was 2022, but I know for a fact that we approved new hours. Yeah, and we have it 2022. So they were here actually last year
We also came for the renewal last
for the
month,
renewal. Yeah.
and we came for the hours for Sunday night.
So this is a corporate change. Adam, who's coming in, is coming out, and what percentage?
Yes, Julio Betances will replace Eddie Murat, 100% corporate change.
Can you
We
just
have a
state those names
purchase
again?
agreement. I'm sorry?
Can you just state those names again for the minutes?
Sure. The current owner is Eddie Murat, Mourad. The place has been around 2 years. In fact, the renewal, the license expires January 31st, and they're about to get renewed for another 2 years. So Eddie Murat is coming off, and Julio Betances will purchase the corporation, Casa Latina Restaurant NYC LLC.
I'm going to ask a question because I have to, but I
Sure.
know Julio being around for a while, but we have to be consistent. What is the experience of Julio as far as like getting this new establishment, and how long and where has he worked, and the experience that he has on alcohol, and who handle alcohol, or if the same team is going to be in place, or do we have a new team coming in as well?
Recording.
So Julio Betances is actually there in the room with you guys. If he's still there. Julio, are you there?
Yeah, he's here.
So maybe he can speak for himself. I know Julio has had multiple experiences in the hospitality industry. Many. La Casa del Mofongo is one of so many. But Julio, you want to say something?
Yeah, I run La Casa del Fondo since it opened. It's good state. And, I've been in the community for a long time, but my brother used to own, garage, diamond. Yeah, I was pretty experienced in this.
I must say that between Julio, what's this guy's name? Julio, Susana, and Dario, they have been the most influential people in Northern Manhattan as far as like my life. Dario Leaga has been iconic in developing great places. Julio as well with Casa Mofongo. Before your age, was something on Dykeman that Julio and his father helped to bring about and bring Washington as an into the life of nightlife, dating back to Club Mirage on Dykeman. And before that, there was El Trocadero around. That's like back in the early 80s. I was still around. And Julio brings also a lot of performers, not only to Casa Mofongo, but also to United Palace. So you do an amazing job, and I'm happy that you're part of the community. So are you going to have the same team? Are you changing the team? Same method of operation, same team. Great. So this is with the purview of 34th precinct. Officer Peralta, what is the opinion of 34th precinct?
No objections.
So there's no objection to the corporate change by 34th precinct. Officer Peralta, what's your first name? I apologize.
Virginia.
Virginia. Very well. Committee members, questions? Anthony.
I'm just curious how the transaction came to be. Was the current owner selling and you learned that he was in the process of potentially selling the business?
I think it was, it's not very good, the economy varies in this period, so it's,
You wanted to sell. Are you making any renovations? You're gonna keep it as is? A little, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
One recommendation that I have for you, Julio, is that we're going to have the World Cup coming up next year. New York is going to be extremely active. You should have someone there that can manage all of the sports. I mean, I live close to you, to that bar. I'll be going there, so I'll be expecting to have some many screens, but I cannot obviously enforce that. And on that note, I cannot vote because this is part of the bid, and obviously they are tenant of the bid, and the land will pay fee into the bid, so I cannot vote because of conflict. But you can proceed with the vote. The chair can vote.
Yes. Apologies about that. So Chair, you abstain?
No, I cannot vote.
Cannot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Due to conflict.
I vote yes. Noemi, how do you vote?
Yes.
Noemi votes yes. Melissa, how do you vote?
Yes.
Melissa votes yes. Anthony, how do you vote?
I vote yes.
Anthony votes yes. Okay, that is 4 yeses and 1 due to conflict of interest. I cannot vote, so motion passes.
Thank you so much. So congratulations, Julio and Adam. This application
you.
passes. You both have a good night and do take care of yourselves.
I'm still around for another client.
Yeah. Understood, Adam. So we will be moving forward to new on-premise liquor licenses. We have Mob Casino Rest LLC, which is at 3805 10th Avenue at the corner of 204th Street. Do we have a representative in person or online?
Yes, that would be me as well.
How's it going?
Hi, Adam. So you are the representative, right?
I'm representing Maria Batista, who I believe she's also online on the Zoom call. The owner of
So
My
Maria, can
Particular
you please
Rest
introduce
LLC.
yourself?
Maria? We texted
Seems
this
like
week.
Maria is not in the house.
We've been texting, and she was around.
Oh. On that note, Adam, this is a new license at the corner of our West 207th Street and 10th Avenue. Can you tell us the proximity of this business to perhaps Maraca? Is it like where on that building?
Of Maraca, next
On
to
that
La
building.
Catrina and the new establishment that's where Sanitas used to be at. So,
Okay, so it's nice, a one-story building, right?
correct.
It's not like the two.
No, it's one swim.
Cool.
It's actually on the corner of 204th Street and 10th Avenue.
Very
So
well.
it's on the same block, but on the corner of 203rd is Maraca.
So the request here for this establishment, it has a capacity of 180 people. It will have 15
160.
employees.
And she tells me that
And-
she's on the line. I'm sorry.
Sorry, please,
Tells me that she's here.
they're requesting to stay open from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m., 7 days a week. They're also requesting to have karaoke, live music, DJ, and live streaming services. They submitted a copy of the menu, the floor plan. It seems like it's a very large venue. I noticed that the entrance
Yeah, it has
seems
41 tables as such. Some of them are couches, but I'll call them
So,
tables if they have a
Adam,
little table in front.
if you're
Yeah.
so kind, and let me finish up
Sure, I'm sorry.
everything that I have to say so that the prison residents and committee members will know what we're voting on. So again, the capacity is 180. They're going to have the request to opening at 4 p.m. and closing 4 a.m. on a daily basis. The method of operation include DJ again, live music, karaoke with how many chairs you didn't list that how many chairs are you going to
Yes,
have?
it's 41 tables, 130 seats, plus 12 seats at the bar. So that's a total of 142 seats. It's on the I apologize, we didn't fill that out, but it's on the second layout diagram.
So you
It's more
to repeat,
specific.
you're going to have 130 chairs
Correct.
and 12 bar stools, right?
Correct.
This is an open box.
Excellent.
This is La Catrina.
So it's close to La Camisa.
Is where it's nothing. La Catrina.
All right. On that note, this is a crowded area. I say that as far as licenses. This is with the Prairie 34 precinct. Officer Peralta, what is the opinion of 34 precinct?
No objections.
So there's no objection by the 34 precinct. Now I'm going to open up the floor for committee members to have our input. Questions, recommendations.
I mean, I am a nightlife goer, so I'm usually in that area quite frequently. And what I will say is, being in this role, you're speaking on behalf of the community, and I know at night, especially when they're ramping up for the parties, it's impossible to drive through that area and leaving that area at 4 a.m. I was just out before New Year's, and they will close 10th Avenue down and 9th Avenue down because of the amount of foot traffic. And as you can imagine, the people that tend to go out these times drive very fast. they will have to close the streets down to prevent any issues from happening. But I'll just say that.
Excellent, thank you.
On top of the other establishments that are proposed to be open on down the street next to gallery department, I have one in egress with, I think, 3 establishments.
Excellent.
So does this trigger the 500-foot rule?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So there will be a hearing. Regardless, there'll have to be a hearing.
Yes.
We gotta go for 500. I don't feel comfortable of allowing this business to stay open till 4 AM on a daily basis. It's something that I would like to consider.
Well, if I may, Mr. Chairman, yes, she's just trying to compete with the, the neighboring establishments. Doesn't want to lose the crowd because when people know the place is going to close at 2, they don't even go at 12 midnight. You would think they would go at 12 midnight or 11 o'clock and stay until 1:45 and go somewhere else, but they don't do that. They'll go somewhere else that's open until 4. And the experience that young men had, yes, it's true, it's crowded, but that was New Year's Eve. It's a little different than your average night. We're willing to work with the board. I mean, if you can give us a few nights until 4, we're willing to take the others until 2 AM.
There's a
Yes.
school right across the street from there.
Same, yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
within 200 feet?
There's the Inwood Academy as a charter school.
And directly across the street on 4, it's also a church of Catholics.
Yeah.
There was a measurement taken, Adam? Is it within 200 feet?
No measurement has been taken, but no, as far as we know, there are no churches and no schools within 200 feet. That will certainly be decided at the liquor authority because there are none.
I mean, if it's a reject.
They're not operational.
It all depends on to what the main entrance of the school is. Because I
Right.
know that the Inwood Academy does have a really large property, but it also going to depend where the main entrance of the school is at.
Yeah, the main use of egress and ingress. Because there
Yeah.
could be an entrance within 200 feet, but if it's not really used on a constant basis, then it's not considered an entrance for egress and ingress by the liquor authority.
And St. Jude's across the street as well.
Yeah, it's a church and a
School.
There are several other establishments that have liquor licenses, so apparently this issue has been, resolved before.
No, of course, that's definitely understandable, but it's not about prior license holders, it's about the saturation in the area. So.
Well, that's 500 foot.
Understood.
My question about the 500 foot, just to go back to that, does this
Sure.
owner have any prior experience operating a business with a liquor license?
Yes, she's been in the hospitality industry her entire life.
Can you elaborate where and how long?
Yeah.
Maria, she says she's here.
I mean, we'd love to hear from her.
Of course.
I don't know, Isidro Normans, we don't usually feel comfortable.
Of course.
Well, that's the owner president, right?
I'm calling her literally. She says she's there.
Maybe some attendees, maybe.
Oh, I see her hand. Maybe someone needs to.
See?
Motor.
Maria, please take it.
Right.
Is this your program?
Yes, please. Use it.
Okay, pues sí, subió la mano. Okay, she raised her hand.
Yes,
Gracias,
I just
Maria.
granted her permission to speak.
Maria, welcome on board. Can you hear us?
I don't think she accepted the request.
Maria, you have to accept the request to be promoted.
There we go. At least I see her. I see her name.
Yes.
Okay. She did raise her hand. How does that work?
Adam, let her know that she has to accept the promotion. So she has to be promoted as a panelist.
Oh, God.
Hello.
Maria, you have to be promoted as a panelist. I'm going to hang up now because they can hear you. They can hear you. So
She
I
has
guess
to accept.
Maria can talk.
No. She declined to be promoted.
So it's on top.
Yes?
Hello?
There we go.
Can you hear us, Ms. Batista?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, Ms. Batista, can you hear us?
Maria, can you hear us?
I think she needs an interpreter. Her English not
Well,
that good. I'm
can
more
you
than
do it
willing
for
to
her?
do it.
Right.
Yes.
So the question
Hola
is
María, ¿me
that,
escuchan? Perdón.
Sí, yo escucho.
Ok, muy bien, yo voy a traducir. Ellos quieren saber un poco de su experiencia en restaurantes y cosas así. Dígale todo lo que ha hecho.
Trabajo.
Adam, she has
¿Aló?
to come up to a place where she can be heard. Getting cut off.
María,
Dígame.
sí, no la escuchaba. Ahora la escucho un poquito.
Ok. De experiencia soy chef de Golfo Market.
¿Perdón?
De experiencia tengo que soy chef de Golfo Market. Llevo
¿De qué?
Golfo Market.
Oh, Whole Food Markets, okay.
Sí.
She has
Llevo
experience in
11
Whole Food
años.
Markets. Huh?
Llevo 11 años.
11 years with Whole Food Markets. Y su experiencia también en la República Dominicana, que usted me ha dicho. En restaurantes y bares.
Fui colmadera.
¿Ah?
Fui colmadera.
Let me
Tenía
interrupt you.
colmado.
Adam, we
He
are
had a
interested.
store. Yes.
No, we're interested on the experience that she has in New York City and or any other states around New York City, on how she has handled alcohol. We're not interested in the experience that is outside of the country.
Ok, María.
Dígame.
Sí, solamente en los Estados Unidos. So, entonces, no lo que hizo en la República. Entonces, Whole Food Markets.
Trabajé, sí. O sea, trabajo.
Sí, muy bien. 11 años ahí.
Sí.
Ok, y este siempre había sido su sueño. Usted me dijo.
Wait, so this person on the right
María.
side should be very effective for these people.
Sí, ellos quieren escuchar de usted, yo traduzco. Esto siempre había sido su sueño de tener un restaurante.
Exactamente.
Para lo cual ha invertido y ha contratado un buen equipo que le ayuden.
Sí.
So her main experience is in Whole Food Markets, which she has worked for 11 years. The restaurant industry has always been her dream. She has a good team around and has invested a lot of her money and time and effort in this.
Hector has a question. Go ahead.
Wonderful. No, that makes total sense. But again, the chair was asking regarding specifically alcohol management. And my question is does she have any partners regarding this venture? Or is she the sole owner of?
She's a sole owner, but she has family members and friends that are helping her that have been in the industry before.
No, in terms of the application itself, is she 100%?
No, she's the 100% sole owner.
Okay, got it. And just to confirm, she has no experience in the nightlife or restaurant space, only Whole Food Market for 11 years, correct?
In the United States, however, she has plenty of experience in another country, Dominican Republic.
Yeah, different sovereignty though.
Understood. It's still alcohol.
Yeah, of course.
To deal with it.
What community benefit would this be to the area? We already have, as has been indicated by Hector, this is a very saturated area where there are many lounges. What's going to be different? Why should we approve this license? What is so unique about this that we can vote in favor of approving? Because honestly,
Sure.
it's quite saturated.
No.
It has to be something unique and surprising because everything else will be a repetition.
Understood. No one place it's essential in New York City, obviously. But I think some places do add to the character and to the choices the residents may have in a particular neighborhood. And actually, some places actually attract people from other neighborhoods. This will be a luxury restaurant, not just your average, food establishment. The menu is unbelievable. I mean, I know it's in the application, but it just bears repeating, and this is just part of it.
Adam,
What to do?
it's there, and as someone, I'm sure like
Yeah.
Hector as well, that goes out quite often on nightlife restaurants here. I actually don't see any difference between what you have here in the menu versus what other in the areas are offering. I see
Even right beside
absolutely no,
the steakhouse right next to us.
yeah,
Well,
there's
we-
nothing.
We disagree. No, there are other places, sure, that have steakhouses and whatnot. But competition will attract people from the Bronx, people from even Midtown, Upper West, Upper East Sides, to come up to the destination. This is going to be a very luxurious, intimate
Right to
place.
let other
family
committee
oriented.
members now decide if you guys want to go to a straight vote or if we want to work something out.
I know even Carbone Noble, it closed like by 11. It's very high. They didn't operate till 4 in the morning.
Yeah, but the numbers are really between midnight and 4 a.m.
The things that we do have restaurants very close by that they offer practically the same food. And the SLA is going to ask a question: what is so unique about this applicant that is going to be new and unique that community can take advantage of?
Right.
Well, give her an opportunity. If she can't make it happen, she obviously will go out of business. If she does succeed, and obviously she's bringing something that the people in that community and around, again, because good places attract people from the Bronx, from Queens, from New Jersey, give her an opportunity to see if she can prove herself.
If I may.
Yes, please, second.
For the committee now for Adam. I don't feel comfortable giving her until 4 in the morning,
Not at all.
which is absurd. And I think at the bare minimum, maybe until 12 or 11 or something. And if they can't accept that, then
Yeah, but same thing. Like I can go perhaps up to 2, maybe on the weekends, and after that midnight. That's as high as I can
I
go.
think that may be dramatic because she has no experience at all.
Yeah, well,
Tony,
she
let
make
me
the
stop,
numbers like that.
Give us 1 second, Adam.
Still one.
We're speaking
I'm
amongst
sorry.
ourselves.
Apologize.
No, it's good.
I just want to say, can you show me something really quick? I just want to see something. Right? Yeah, this is the thing. I just had one question. Is this that space? It's not right on the corner, right? Isn't there also an entrance like for the back door? I've been in that restaurant, like on 204. Like isn't there like not a patio, but like an outdoor back space also part of that restaurant?
No.
Is this the place that's next to
Strictly
the
indoors.
auto glass store?
Yes.
Okay, because there is. I've been
Avenue.
inside. That's part of that restaurant is also there's also like a backyard.
It's like two. It is
Yeah,
two
there
rooms.
is.
It is
It said
two
it was a
rooms, but
club
there is no
bar.
back.
Yeah.
There is no outdoor space.
Okay.
Really?
Well,
Actually,
I've been in
wait.
there.
I take it back. I take it back. There is. I'm sorry. I apologize. There is.
Yeah, because there's an
patio in the
entrance
back.
on 204 too, and back. Okay.
And that
There's a
entrance
club
is accessible to customers.
Yeah, it used to be like part of another club restaurant.
Did that predate an Inwood Academy going there? Because if
I don't
there's an
know, I don't
entrance there,
remember.
that's within 200 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
This is
to Katrina.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know I've been in
It's a
there.
record.
I've been in it.
And then there's another school, right?
I know. Well, that one's been there forever. The Catholic Church. That one must not fall. That one must be right outside.
So let me just
Again,
get
we're willing to do 2 a.m. on
Just
certain
give us 1
nights.
second.
Adam,
I'm
just give
sorry.
me a second.
Okay.
Should we go to straight vote? Should we consider some steps, hours? What's the way of the committee?
I think maybe like.
Huh?
No, I think that's too late. 4 a.m. That's a nightclub.
Yeah, it's
a
not.
nightclub.
Yeah, I will not entertain that.
I'm not convinced there's a public interest. I want to hear more. I want to hear who they're going to be hiring, if they're hiring from the community. What else does the community benefit? What will they plan to do? Will they plan to offer events, free space to the community, that sort of thing? Do they plan on giving back to the community?
And also the menus. It's really.
Well, I know that the menu is
It's cookie cutter.
So, Adam, based on the feedback that I'm getting from the community, you can interject if I misspeak. We feel that this is not a strong community benefit. I think that the committee will feel comfortable in requesting that perhaps this application be changed as far as like the food is concerned, the menu, to bring something different. Also, the committee would entertain in the future perhaps different hours. We are very concerned that the applicant doesn't have much experience, even though she can hire people that are experienced. This particular spot, I remember very well. It had some serious issues some time ago, and I'm not saying this is the same operator. So we recommend perhaps that you reconsider this application, change the method of operation, and perhaps even change the menu because we don't feel that this will be a great community benefit. But I would like to hear your input.
Okay, so again, we were willing to work with you, the community board members, on some 2 a.m. nights, but we certainly need it, the Friday and Saturday. If you don't believe you can give that to us now, then can we come back next month? Because otherwise we cannot agree.
All right, so I'm not sure that the hours are going to be approved to stay until 4 a.m. That's what I'm getting for the committee. She will have to come and prove herself that she can be a great operator, and later on she can come back and perhaps request to change the hours. But as of
Okay.
now, it's what I get. This application might not pass.
I understand. I understand. So you know what? I mean, you guys vote whichever way
Adam, just give us a
you
second.
see
Anthony would
prudent.
like to make a
Okay.
comment.
And just to add, I mean, on page 3, there's a space that we leave for applicants that trigger the 500-foot rule to make their case, right? To write in details about why this establishment would serve the public interest. It's currently left blank in your questionnaire. I think menu is a big piece of it, but I think typically the board as a whole wants to hear things like, are they going to plan on hiring primarily or solely from within the district? Do they plan on offering some kind of
Yeah.
incentive or event or work with nonprofits or community-based organizations in the district? Like those are the kinds of things that we hear and we go, oh, great. So we feel a little bit better than proceeding with a non-objection because clearly they're gonna bring something to the community that perhaps isn't there.
If I may,
Very well. Please.
if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. No, I appreciate that, and I apologize we didn't make it more crystal clear. But she will be hiring 30 people. I believe the number of employees is there. It might be 22. I don't know, but they're all going to be from the neighborhood, and she will be very, very active as she has been in neighborhood courses and events. Again, if you want us, we can come back with a stronger application. If you think there might be a possibility of 4 a.m. at least Friday and Saturday.
The committee will not entertain that at this point. And I think that perhaps if taking that into account, maybe we should go to a vote, straight vote. I see the nods. Let's go to straight vote.
Okay, Chair, how do you vote?
No.
Chair votes no. I vote no. Noemi, how do you vote?
No.
Noemi, no. Melissa, how do you
No.
vote? Melissa, no. Anthony, how do you vote?
Abstain.
Anthony abstain, so that's 4 in opposition, 1 abstention, and 0 in support. This application does not pass.
All right. So items, even though the committee did not approve that, highly recommend that you guys come up with different strategy to make sure that,
Sure.
yeah.
There's
All
a
right.
500-foot hearing at which a lot of these issues are also discussed. Yep. With the State Liquor Authority, 500-foot hearing.
Very well. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Take care now.
Have a good one. Our next new on-premise liquor license will be number 8, Sisu Garden Corporation, which is located at 3764 9th Avenue between 201st and 202nd Street. Do we have a representative in person or online for the establishment?
Alacosta representing the application for Sisu Garden at 3764 9th Avenue. I have Kenneth Sagrestano. He's present there at the meeting. This is a new application for an Italian restaurant serving in the Sherman Creek area. This is where the Cairo building was located at.
Yes, in the corner, the establishment that had an issue with the SLA, that they had a structural issue, so that's they like deemed it unlicensable or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Miguel,
Yes.
perhaps,
Would you like to sit closer or speak? What was your name again?
Ken Sagrestano.
Ken?
Yep.
Can you just spell your last name?
You're fine. I just said all my stuff up on it.
Oh, yeah, no, can you spell your last name one more time, Ken?
Sure. Sierra Alpha Golf Romeo Echo Sierra Tango Alpha November Oscar.
And are you the owner?
I am.
Miguel,
Yes.
based on the application here, we are missing the menu, and as you know, we will consider this an
A menu? It should be on the package. I had just printed the package. You have floor plan, menu, postings.
Nope. You have the public notice.
I can give you my copy if you can make me a copy or something, but I thought that was submitted with the package.
Yeah, it should have been because I printed it when I let me see, documents, community board, and I received the email confirming everything was received and that we were on the agenda for today.
This is the last name, case.
The menu was sent in a separate email.
I'm going to ask the committee if they want to proceed, even though this application was incomplete. Listen.
Yeah, I mean, it was sent in a separate email to the committee, or I guess that's what.
To the committee.
Was it in tandem with this email? That was sent with the original application?
On the same date and same.
Yeah, because I did not receive, they even like in a separate email, did not receive this.
That is odd.
They also followed up office to make sure that they had everything. They said they did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They said they did. We received the email confirming they did. Kenneth called, confirmed.
Monday.
It could be confirmed, but it doesn't mean that it was complete. It was noted here that it was actually incomplete because it was lacking the menu.
Says there that was incomplete.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, Miguel, I highly recommend that perhaps you consider withdrawing this until next month.
Can I see the menu?
It's a little bit strange because I have it on my email. I just forwarded now.
Can you forward it to me so I can see the timestamp? My email is
Hold on.
Viola, like the instrument.
Give me one
It's
second.
Viola.
Okay.
AVIOLA.
AVIOLA at
cb.nyc.gov.
DB.
CB, like community
Oh,
board.
CB.
CB.nyc.gov. I think if the timestamp shows that they submitted it by the
Right.
deadline.
That's for, yeah.
And I'll follow up with the office to figure out what's.
Thank you.
Were you able to forward that email to Anthony, Miguel?
Yeah, I'm sending it now. Did you receive it, Anthony?
Not yet. Do we want to ask any questions in the meantime?
Let's go with the specifics about this application. This is a huge venue with 200 people as capacity, which I'm really not sure because I have walked the establishment at least 50 times when it was closed. It has, even though it will be never open, it has a history. I'm really concerned about the amount of people that will be discharged at any specific time, taking into account that this area has been already declared as saturated. The method operations that I'm requesting is a DJ only. Surprised that they don't have jukebox and are asking for karaoke and that they will not have live music. A restaurant that's going to stay open till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I'm looking for operating hours that are consistent with the other businesses in the area. I'm also looking because I do plan to have events to support the local community. And I want to have the availability to have those events during the course of those hours. So that's primarily what I'm looking to do. But I'm a restaurant. That's what I'm looking for, a restaurant. I know it's very different from a lot of the establishments that are down there. But I think I bring in a different kind of clientele. I'm looking to bring in a whole host of people from the existing community. But I'm also looking to tap into the newer markets, the 3 brand new residential towers there, which is about 1,600 additional beds, 5,000 additional people. In addition to the new office, the new residential towers that are right up here. So I think there's a growing market in Washington Heights looking to service them. From what I understand, there's only 2 Italian restaurants, all of Washington Heights. So I'm looking to add something that isn't here that makes me unique, that makes me different. So that's why I'm looking to bring. I plan to hire locally from the community. So I will be hiring people for both front and back of the house. With regards to the occupancy in the space is actually 299 per CO. As you can see, when I listed my application, I'm not looking to bring in 300 people. So again, looking to operate it as a restaurant. I'm hoping that some of those things will.
Are you taking over the entire building or just a section of it? Because I know that there is a division within the building. Or are you taking the entire building as it is?
What do you mean by a division within the building?
There is a division within the building.
Well, yeah, it goes to the right and goes to the left. I mean, right now I have tables. There's a layout in my middle that shows I have tables on both sides.
So you visit the place, right? You already visited the place. You know the place very well. So as you know, when you enter to the left, there's a partition there. This building as a whole,
You're entering off of 9th or you're entering off of 202nd?
Of 9th.
Entering off of that, you can go to the right or you can go to the left.
Go left.
Go to the left, it opens up to a wide open area. Go to the right, it's smaller.
Trust me, I know the place.
Right, I'm just
Maybe, excuse me, Cedro, are you talking about the partition with the liquor store that they were supposed to open next door, which I believe is part of the building?
The liquor store was supposed to be on the corner. There was an application made because I was present at the SLA hearing where there was an argument being made that the adjacent part, the partition, was going to be for cannabis storage or dispensary.
No, yeah, that was a situation
And there
where
was a
Drew,
huge argument between the SLA and the landlord, where the landlord actually had to appear in person. Because
Yes,
there was
correct.
disagreement with the leaseholders. So I'm asking if the operator is going to take the entire building as a whole, or if the partition is going to remain.
Taking the building as a whole.
May I interrupt? Miguel, I'm a bit confused by the email you sent because it looks like a conversation between you and Ken, and it contains the packet we have before us, but that attachment does not have a menu in it. I don't see any indication that there was a menu sent to the board based on what you just forwarded me.
Give me 1 second, because I was out of the country. My assistant sent that in, forwarded from the information that I received by Ken. I'm just trying, because I'm CC'd on it, but it's been a lot of communication.
Understood, but yeah.
Well, on that note, either vote to straight vote, or Miguel, you can recommend to withdraw this application.
Can we address the application
No, because
regardless?
It's incomplete. We cannot address it.
I mean, we could address it like straight to a vote.
Right. We can either go to straight vote, or we can you can withdraw. It's up to you.
And before if I make a decision, can the community board express any concerns they have about this so I can discuss this with my client if we're going to go back next month and discuss the application? Because basically, upon bringing the agenda item, there was already certain concerns and restrictions that you guys mentioned that since this location has never been licensed, I don't have any information maybe that you guys may have. So since Ken is here, we're trying to get this application through, get the community board approval. My client is bringing in a business of public interest because there's no Italian restaurants around there, only on Dykeman and towards Broadway. But we want to address the concerns that the community board has, even though we make a decision of withdrawing the application in order for us to know how to address that concern, either with the landlord or SLA. So is there anything that you guys may want to address to me and Ken in order for us to take into consideration?
As you have heard, there are concerns about how saturated this area has been, and also the hours stay open, at least on my end, will be a concern. All right?
Yeah, and I'm glancing at the menu very quickly. But I would say that we should see what the proposal is for liquor within the menu. So it should state what are the types of drinks you're serving. It should also
So you would
have
like
some
for us to
pricing.
address the alcohol as well on the menu?
Alcohol and pricing.
Perfect.
So we can understand, is this gonna be too costly for our district?
All right. Let's proceed, because I have to
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Let's withdraw the application, and I'll see you guys next month. I'll address the concerns with Kenneth and look into the building to see if it has any issues due to what you mentioned with regards to landlord having to attend SLA hearings and things like that.
Excellent. So for the record, this application has been withdrawn. Looking forward to seeing you next month. Let's proceed to the next agenda item, please.
Okay, thank you, Ken. Thank you, Miguel. Moving to the next agenda item, which is a new on-premise liquor license, El Antiguo. What is it? Cervicos Corp. at 125 Nagle Avenue at the corner of Sickle Street. Do we have a representative in person or online for the establishment?
Once again, let's call for a representative and or owner for El Antiguo Cervicos Corp. Saying no, let's go for straight vote.
Chair, how do you vote?
No.
No. I vote no. Noemi, how do you vote?
I abstain.
Abstain, got it. Abstain. Melissa, how do you vote?
No.
Melissa. No. And Anthony, how do you vote?
No.
Anthony. No, so that's 5 in opposition of this application. It does not pass.
So this application fails. And just a quick note, this particular location, they're trying to push this application through. Knowing full well that they don't have a restroom on the first floor, it will not be accessible. They do have one on the second floor, but it's not accessible. But on that note, sorry, let's proceed.
Very good, let me just, I'm telling the minutes. Floor, wonderful. Now we are moving to Sidewalk Cafes, Kismet Indian Restaurant, and I know they are online. Let me see. Nadia. Nadia, are you online still?
Good evening, Community Board 12. I was having some sort of connection issues. I'm here for Civicos Corp.
We're really sorry for this. The committee already voted on this matter because no one was present. However, there is a precedent where if the committee has voted on an item and we're still in session, the committee can sorry, the committee can revisit the agenda item, but it has to go through a process where anyone that voted against it can say like,
I'm
vote.
sorry, not sure if you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, Nicole.
We can hear you.
I'm sorry, I was having really bad connection issues.
I'll vote, as I voted no, I'll vote to reinstate it or revote or I guess, reconsider the
Okay.
application.
That'd be the proper procedure, right,
yes.
Anthony?
Excellent. Someone to second that.
Second.
Second.
Well, did you abstain?
Oh, yeah.
I abstain.
I second.
No.
Yeah. So the matter has been reintroduced to committee, taking into account the technical issues with the applicant.
Thank you.
They came prior, with the same issue.
Right.
Nice.
Nicole, right?
Yes.
Nicole, so you came prior about trying to get a liquor license at this particular address. And
Yes.
we stated a while ago that we are very concerned for the fact that this request, based on the fact that the restrooms are located on the second floor, that will not make it accessible to the clientele, and thus definitely will not be approved by the SLA. And at least speaking for myself, something that I will not approve because it's not accessible.
I understand. We presented the situation to SLA after we met with you guys last month, and they replied that this issue was not posed in previous licensing at that location due to the second floor having interior access. That's what they communicated not being a problem with on their end. I also forwarded the communication between us and SLA as extra confirmation in this matter. They did state, I mean, besides that, we also did research on violations with the DOB. The layout has been there for many, many years. This business, took basically the layout over as it was. There's also been 2 licenses approved previously at that same exact location. So, at the end of the day, the business is also very small. As you can see, it's a very small number of tables and chairs. It's going to be more takeout than anything. The business does want to include drinks as an extension to their menu, but it's a small local business. It's gonna be more takeout than even having sit downs, honestly. And just going by the fact that there's been two businesses there with, approved licenses, I wouldn't see the reason why they shouldn't get an approval from your end.
And perhaps you have been more transparent than the previous owners, indicating that the restaurant were located on the second floor. I'm sure that if we approved the license was because the committee was informed that the restrooms were accessible. Oftentimes, people fill out questionnaires and they don't know the consequences of it. So the fact is that now the committee is aware that this is not accessible. It'll be very difficult for this application to move forward.
I
That's
understand.
always-
I mean, but don't you guys always request diagrams of the interior? Because again, the SLA doesn't have an issue with this. I submitted the diagrams and everything, and they stated that ADA compliance is governed and enforced by federal and local building authorities, not by the state liquor authority directly. So from a licensing standpoint, SLA, confirmed that the restroom configuration is not an issue.
We have a consistent pattern of not approving restaurants that don't have accessible restrooms. And if we have to break that, then we're setting up a different precedent, something that I'm not willing to embark on. And I understand again what you're saying. If there was a license there before, why not now? The thing is that, based on the drawings and based what we see, this is not accessible. But I'm going to open the floor before we proceed with committee members to see if they have any comments. Anyone? Anthony?
So I agree that the SLA is not the enforcer of a federal statute. What we were told tonight, actually, at the start of this meeting, is that oftentimes the SLA is looking for the community board's input on those very matters that fall outside of its purview. And as the chair is noting, it's been pretty consistent in this committee and this board for us to confirm that if a person who has a disability under the ADA enters the establishment and wants to have a drink, that they have a bathroom available to them. And it sounds like, well, it looks like, I mean, the diagrams confirm that that person would not be able to use the bathroom at this establishment.
And it might well be that perhaps the previous applicants submitted the application even without the consent of the community board. That could happen as well.
Yeah.
So the fact, Nicole, that we might not agree with this particular request, you feel more than free to proceed and send out the application anyway.
Yes, I agree. Okay, thank you. Well, I thank you guys for taking a moment to listen out, but this is unfortunately the way that this establishment is set up.
So we can go to a vote, and again, you feel free and apply directly, because oftentimes, even when we do not agree to approve a license, the SLA has approved. On that
Understood.
note, take into account that we have a good understanding what's going on, perhaps we should go to a straight vote.
Chair, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Noemi, how do you vote?
No.
No. Melissa, how do you vote?
No.
No. Anthony, how do you vote?
No.
No, that is a total of 5 in opposition for this establishment. It's not us.
So, Nicole, I know that you made an investment. I really feel bad that we cannot support you at this point, but I would like for you to understand where we're coming from. We want to be consistent. I'm sure that if that operator got a license, I'm sure they went directly to the SLA without the consent of the community board. And if you can do that, fine. And if that is the case, we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Wonderful. That concludes the new on-premise liquor licenses. We're moving on to sidewalk cafes, and then we have Kismet Indian Restaurant, 601, 603 for Washington Avenue, and I know the owner is online. She's having some phone issues because of Verizon, she stated via
yeah.
chat.
That was the thing.
Yes. Let's see. Are you still online? Kisma's on the phone ending in. Okay, let's see. 77. Nadia, yeah. You are
Hi, can
unmuted,
you hear
Nadia.
me?
Can
Good
you hear
night.
us? Yes, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
For the first of the minutes, can you just reiterate your name and your affiliation with the establishment?
So my name is Nadia Kalyan, and I am a family member of the owner, also an interested party in Kismet Indian Restaurant. The owner's name is Shamim Ahmed. He's been to the community board several times in the last, 4 decades that the restaurant's been around.
So you are then the representative, correct?
Correct.
Excellent. Welcome on board. So the
Thank
request
you.
is for Sidewalk Cafe. It's a really nice establishment on Fort Washington, which I'm sure most of you are very familiar with. And the request is just to have a Sidewalk Cafe. Nadia, how many tables are you going to proposing to have?
We had a sidewalk cafe previously. I believe there were 15 to 20 tables. I don't remember the exact count at the time. So we would be reestablishing this similar footprint as what we had previously
Okay, so
during
it's
the COVID years.
50 tables. You say like how many chairs?
About 30 chairs.
Okay,
And this
30
is at the
chairs.
corner of 187.
Correct. This was not reflected on the questionnaire because the questionnaire had different numbers. So we're going to put here 15 tables and 30 chairs. The hours of operation, we are going to stick with the Jackson's rule for Sidewalk Cafe, which is Fridays and Saturdays until midnight, and then the rest of the days like 10 p.m.
Can you repeat the open time?
So the Jackson rules state the Sidewalks Cafe can stay open Fridays and Saturdays until midnight, and then Sunday through Thursday until 10 p.m.
Thursday through Sunday to 10 p.m.
Correct.
Sunday to Tuesday.
Yeah, Sunday to Thursday.
Yeah, so the way.
So Nadia, we are requesting that we can apply what we call the Jackson rules, which is that you can stay open, meaning like the outside dining area, to stay open Fridays and Saturdays until midnight, and then Sunday through Thursdays until 10 p.m. Would that be something that you agree on?
I believe that the owner is aware of that. Let me just quickly confirm. I'm able to text him back and forth. Unfortunately, he's in another meeting at the moment. But I believe that's consistent with the hours that the cafe previously had.
Excellent. So this is the purview of the 34th precinct. Officer Tavera, what is the opinion of 34th precinct?
No objections.
So there's no objection from 34th precinct. Committee members, any questions? Seeing none, let's go to a vote.
Going straight to the vote. Okay. Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes as well. Noemi, how do you vote?
Yes.
Noemi votes yes. Melissa, how do you vote?
Yes.
Melissa votes yes. Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony votes yes. That's 5 votes in favor of this application, the sidewalk.
Nadia, congratulations regards to the family. The committee has approved your request, and this will go for the SLA and obviously the DOT commission.
Thank you very much. Have a
You have
great
a good
evening.
Let's proceed to the next agenda item. Sidewalk office as well.
Sure. Dining out NYC, which is a subsection, that's a subsection of, what's the difference?
It's a good question. Practically, it should be the same.
Okay, wonderful. I guess it's an extension, dining out NYC, application 11, El Jefe Cantina Sports Bar located at 186 Dykeman Street at the corner of Vermilion Avenue.
We have representative, please introduce yourself.
My name is Alex. I'm a general manager by El Jefe NYC.
Alex, what's your last name?
Garapitos. Garapitos.
Garapitos. Welcome on board. So you got a people, okay? So you're requesting a sidewalk cafe for having,
Yes.
okay? How many tables do you plan to have outside?
We have right now total number of chairs indoor 46 and outdoor 16.
16
and
outdoors.
At the bar 17.
And how many chairs are you going to have outside? Only outside?
On the outside. And for table is two share for table.
So it'll be 32?
Yep.
2 chairs and 4 tables?
We're moving that like also we need it.
16
It's not
chairs.
like we don't have that share outside.
Now, Anthony, they did not submit the questionnaire.
I know, I'm noticing none of them did, but the
Yeah.
questionnaire isn't the SLA, so
Right.
it's that second questionnaire that's on our website that all of them should have submitted. I don't know why, if that's not being communicated through the office, it seems like it's not, since none of these applicant have submitted. Take note of that and make sure that that's required moving forward.
And then 16 tables?
And 16 tables. So Alex, we would request that all the sidewalk cafes stay open Fridays and Saturdays till midnight. Only the outside. The inside can stay open as you have already been approved on. And Sunday through Thursdays until 10 p.m.
It's 10 p.m.
Yeah, and then Fridays and Saturdays till 12 midnight.
Yep.
That is that you have to stop serving alcohol and close down the sidewalk cafe. So in the inside, you can stay open as you have
Say
been.
to the interior, right?
Correct. This is within the purview of the 34 precinct. Officer Taveras, what is the opinion? Prata, I apologize.
It's
What's the
okay.
opinion of 34 precinct?
No objections.
So no objection by 34 precinct. Question, Officer Peralta, how's my good friend Taveras doing?
He's good. He's good. He couldn't make it today, so I'm holding it down.
You guys are doing an amazing job, by the way.
Thank you so much. We
Very
appreciate.
supportive of the 34th and 33rd precinct.
Thank you.
On that note, and also Anthony, maybe we could do a voting sheet, like the front page.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we can go ahead still.
like
With
separate from this.
no, same thing, just to have the vote,
Okay.
the tally, and also to write down comments
Yeah,
on the same page.
you don't have one on there?
No,
Oh, mine has. one.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, probably just mine.
Oh.
All right, not boss.
Good question.
Yes.
Regarding how does it work with establishments that their windows open up? Like, are they allowed to keep it open the entire time that they're allowed to operate the sidewalk cafe? So I know that happened like in the past where an issue was risen.
So that will have to be stipulated, if I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
where they have to close down the, we can put it as a stip, it's up to you. It has to be stipulated.
So I know usually in the summertime they have it open, but the noise isn't that unbearable unless I'm deaf or something.
Yeah, no, you're right. But something that we can stipulate, that while they are in operation with the sidewalk cafe, that let's say the doors, the windows be closed, windows and door be closed. No later than, let's say, 10 p.m. That's something that we can consider. So, but
It's also a 1 story, right? It's a little bit different than other areas. There's no housing, above.
Right.
yeah, it's case by case.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't have an issue. I was just asking, 'cause I know before in the past, we used to delineate the two.
Yeah.
To make sure we had the outdoor cafe and then the establishment had the opportunity to open the windows.
That's a good thing that we know everything.
Yeah.
We can provide input.
So,
Um,
but I've never had an issue
Not
past
an
the
issue.
establishment. It's a great establishment, especially on a Thursday.
How you guys doing? How's business doing?
Oh, how is the business right now? It's very well. We are open like more than 5 years, and I'm be there like 5 years at have administration that I'm open the restaurant and I'm close to. I work all day, every day of the week. Right now, everybody's calling. Everybody is calling me over there. Like, where are you? Where are you? Like, you to change the light and do everything.
I met the owners.
The owner is Collare
Yeah.
and Madeline.
Really
The
good.
owner. There is the only owner for all time.
On that note, if it's okay, let's proceed to a vote.
Absolutely. Seats of the vote. For Elder Dining, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Noemi, how do you vote?
Yes.
Noemi votes yes. Melissa, how do you vote?
Yes.
Melissa votes yes. Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony votes yes. That's 5 in favor of this application.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So Alex, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The community board supports this application, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
I need to give this.
You can keep it.
Thank you. I leave.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you, Alex. Have a good night. We could proceed to the next outdoor dining location. Salento Colombian Cafe and Restaurant at 2112 Amsterdam Avenue at the corner of West 165th Street. Do we have a representative online or in person?
When I say everybody.
Likewise, Alex. Let me just check. See.
Do we have a representative for Salento? I think Carelli is the representative.
See. There.
Calling once again, do we have a representative from Salento? Let me do a Spanish, maybe. Okay.
No.
Hay un representante de Salento presente. Estamos preguntando si hay alguien de Salento. Sí,
Let me just check the chat. Nothing in the chat, nothing in the comments, no hands risen. How would you like to proceed, Chair?
Let's proceed to a vote.
Okay, proceeding to a vote, no rep present. Okay, Chair, how do you vote?
No.
Chair votes no, I vote no. Noemi, how do you vote?
No.
Noemi votes no. Melissa, how do you vote?
No.
Melissa votes no. Anthony, how do you vote?
No.
Anthony votes no. That's 5 votes in opposition of this application.
So this application fails. Really great place, by the way, but not present. Proceed to the next one.
Now we shall proceed to application number 13, which is in the Sidewalk Cafe category. Pate Palo, which is at 251 Dyckman Street at the corner of Seaman Avenue. Do we have a representative online or present? That's online. Once again, for Pate Palo. The owner has been here before, remember. But the only other.
Carl Cutting is the owner. I don't see him on the line. Let me see. Do we have anyone from Pate Palo? Yeah. No. Great place. I love the place. Drinks, I'm sure you, I don't know if you've not been there. Great drinks. You should, I mean, I really recommend the drinks there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Oxtail. Those of you that.
I think you have lobster there too, right?
I'm sure.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but they're not here, so let's go to it all.
Okay, would you like to take a vote?
Yes, please.
Okay, proceeds to vote. Chair, how do you vote?
No.
No, I vote no. Noemi, how do you vote?
No.
Noemi votes no. Melissa, how do you vote?
No.
Melissa votes no. Anthony, how do you vote?
No.
Anthony votes no. That is 5 votes in opposition of this application. It does not pass.
Very well. No person, so that's secure. And we shall proceed to the last one.
Okay, proceeding to the last, moving to the last application for Sidewalk Cafe number 14, Malecon Restaurant, 4141 Broadway at the corner of West 175th Street.
Victor Lee, present.
Victor Lee.
Victor, you're the last one. Thanks for waiting. So the request here is for outside dining. Victor, how many tables are you going to have outside?
I believe it's gonna be 6,
Oh, it's going to be small. And how many chairs?
32, 4 per table.
32 chairs. Okay. And
I'm sorry,
still
8 tables.
8 tables.
8 tables, 4 tables each.
8 tables. Okay. Um, you didn't have this before. I don't remember, right?
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
We've had it for all these years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm confused now.
I'll look it up for you.
Oh, is the one that is enclosed?
No,
Oh,
that's not the one that's enclosed, the one that's on the side of the restaurant.
right in front of United Palace.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, this is probably the 33rd precinct. Lieutenant Roman, thank you for waiting for so long. Now it's, you're getting the last shot here.
It was
what
Officer
is-
Roman. Officer Roman. But
Officer
no, we have
Roman.
no objections to it.
So no objection by the 33rd precinct. So Victor, we are requesting that for all the applicants that apply for Sidewalk Cafe, that they stay open Fridays and Saturdays until midnight. And then the rest of the days, which is Thursdays, 7 to Thursdays, till 10 p.m. Will that be something that you agree on?
That's all, so that's what we've done in the past.
Very well. On that note, let's go to a vote. Is there no chairs? Question.
And did you separately apply for a roadside cafe?
I think that they withdrew that application.
Okay, so what we're looking at here, this piece of it,
No, that's not the.
got it. So it's just this people. Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, cool. So let's go to a vote.
Moving to a vote, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, I vote yes, Noemi, how do you vote?
Yes.
Noemi votes yes, Melissa, how do you vote?
Yes.
Melissa votes yes, and Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony votes yes, that's 5 in favor of this application.
Thank you so much. That concludes the agenda. First, before we depart, I'd like to thank both the 33rd and 34th precinct for staying too long, and also for your input. Officers, your input is really crucial, and we are grateful that you take time to attend this meeting. So thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, guys. You're welcome.
No
And you
problem.
have a good, stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you. You
And
too.
I want to thank the chair for coming to this meeting. Really, really happy that Anthony Dio to step in. And also the support as always is always there. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We have the new vice chair in place. We are rolling. I think that this is an amazing committee. I'm really proud of what we've done. Thank you so much for
Wonderful.
We are?
Do we have a motion?
the
Hey,
chair-
hey.
Who's that?
Lizette.
Do you
sorry,
guys hear
someone
me? Yes, hi guys. This is Lisette Severus. I just found out that I will be joining you guys next month. And I wanted to take this time just to quickly introduce myself. Thank you for today's presentation. It was extremely informative from having SLA give their presentation. And I'm super excited to join the team.
Welcome on board, it's said, as you see, this is a very cohesive group. I think that sometimes we can read our minds on how the flow is going. So having you as part of this committee, I'm sure you're going to bring a lot of resources, knowledge, and commitment to the community. So we're looking forward to having you in our committee.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm excited to learn. I just got
Excellent.
appointed, so but
Welcome
yes,
aboard.
super excited.
We'll see
Thank
next
you.
month.
Yes, yes.
You will
God
also
bless.
be getting Catherine Diaz as well as former chair. Big deal.
Oh my God! I'm
Super
We're
exciting.
rolling.
Yes.
So Catherine will also be part of.
Catherine will be part of this committee, and so will Tracy McNeil. However, that does mean you have two folks who are departing, aside from me. Noemi is departing your committee.
Noemi, you didn't like us?
It wasn't my choice.
I know I'm making a lot of moves. You also have Jonathan from Meta will also be leaving your committee as well.
And that'll be effective next month.
February. I do have a couple notes if we can quickly go over them before we adjourn.
Please.
I know it's late, but there's just a couple things I want to cover, starting with the SLA piece of this. So I actually had a conversation with David earlier this week just to kind of get a sense of process when this committee makes its recommendation, our board votes, and then we're sending them the resolutions. I learned a lot about how that process works. Administratively, we're going to make some changes in the office to make it easier for the SLA to intake and review and make sure our objection or not objection is actually being viewed. That said, what I have learned is from a hearing perspective, so perhaps with items number 7 and 9 tonight, both of which will very likely go to a hearing, and especially if we object to them, and we are, it apparently is pretty common for other community boards to send a representative to those hearings and speak on the board's behalf. I'm happy to do that. I'm also happy to delegate or to, obviously you can appoint somebody to do that on the board/committee's behalf. But the purpose of that really is to make sure that those who are holding the hearing actually can hear why. I mean, it is listed in our resolution in our letter why, but it's good for us to show presence and reinforce some of these things around ADA compliance or around the 500-foot. Are you bringing a public interest to the community or not?
Because this is, by the way, no, sorry to interject.
No, you're good.
The cervicus issue, unfortunately, is very common.
Yeah.
I learned that there are at least 4 places that have kind of licenses and they're not ADA compliant. So I'm glad that there's an opportunity for us to bring about those concerns so that others will be aware.
So I've asked David because what he's been doing previously, or what the SLA was doing previously, was sending the hearing notifications to the general inbox, and unfortunately things do just get lost in there at times. So I've asked him to add me as a contact in addition to the general inbox. And when I get those notifications, I will forward them to the chair, vice chair, the rest of the committee, and we can just decide over email who will go on our behalf. So that's one piece. Second piece, we've launched the newsroom on our website. I would like to put a press release out that SLA was here tonight and to provide some detail around what they talked about and, to record it so we can quote them. This is a public forum, so I will be putting that together and that'll go out in the coming days.
Okay, wonderful.
Last thing is on the questionnaire. Thank you for flagging that on the DOT side. Leo was kind enough, as you recall, last year to put together the questionnaire for these DOT applications. I don't know why they're not going to the applicants, but they need to. It's not the full SLA questionnaire. It's a shortened version but they still need to submit it. So I'll make sure that gets done along with, letterheads and things getting done. Part of what I'm trying to do is make these documents more consistent across the committees. They should look similar, use similar fonts. I know it's a small thing, but it makes us look so much more cohesive. And so that's a big objective of mine, and I want to see that implemented across all 10 committees. That being said, any questions?
Before.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, question 4.
Yeah, questions for me.
Change to that. Is it possible to have like distribution lists for each committee? Can we create that?
Not through so one thing I'm doing, previewing this, I haven't informed many people, but we are gonna, over the course of the next 3 months, move off the city's site.
Okay.
It's been quite burdensome to maintain that site, and OTI does not issue emails besides me and staff.
Okay.
So that would be how we would have done it, and they wouldn't let us do that. That said, if we have our own website and we have our own email structure, we can do whatever we want. So perhaps, yeah, I would say that would probably be closer to June.
Okay. I'm happy to
assist. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Of course.
Anyone else?
No question, but for the first time ever, I did notice that the licensing committee meeting was posted on Link NYC. I couldn't take a picture. I was so excited. Couldn't take a picture. But it got posted.
And that'll be every month.
Yeah. So every now and then you might see the committee's meeting being posted there.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't change the color of that. They force us to use that weird pink and red.
Yeah,
But it broadcasts the committees and their meetings, and that's
and the
important.
community members will know because this is a wider audience now. It will be seen. Whereas before, people depended like on the public notice, which is not too reliable, and or like word of mouth. I might not be present for the general board meeting. So as Vice Chair Hector, if you can take over, let me know. Maybe you can help out. Because I'll be traveling and I'm not sure if I'll be available. If I am, I'll let you know, but I'll go with the idea that you might be present.
Absolutely.
And let me know if you need anything. I'll be sending you the resolutions way before we present.
Okay, understood. Thank you. Mr. Chair.
On that note, any motions?
To adjourn? Yeah.
Second. So move. All right, guys. Thank you so much, bro.
Okay, thank you.
I'm safe. And thanks once again.
Right before 9 p.m.
Not bad.
I'll write these notes up.
Yeah.
Does that stay on?
Yeah, I was gonna ask,
The framing. How does that turn off?
you have an anomalous on recording.
What? The owl?
Do I just end the recording? Anthony?
You see end recording on yours?
Yeah, are you sure you want to stop recording to the cloud?
Let me end it in the end. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I have learned.
No, I mean, you leaving us.
I know,
Oh my God. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it.
it was a short visit here.
Yeah.
But it was worth my while.